welcome to
Knit 1, Part 2, Episode 24.
I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Wendy on Ravelry and Penny Wendy 2 on Spark People. And you're going to notice a little break in this introduction because we forgot to introduce ourselves again this episode.
All right, we're back on our regular recording schedule day.
Yep, Wednesday.
We have a little bit of sunshine glaring in. Apologize.
It is what it is. We were too lazy to put the towels over the window in the fabulous Knit 1 Heart 2 studio.
We really were. We have the kids home for one more week.
That's all right. That's right. We will have next Wednesday. I will just have my son because he doesn't start until Thursday.
Yeah, both my kids start school on Tuesday.
My daughter starts on Tuesday. My son goes for a
day and a
half day on Thursday, and then they have Friday through Monday off, and then they both start full time on Tuesday.
We have Friday through Monday off as well. And we're already trying to figure out some plans. And my little guy's birthday is next Sunday.
Well, that's right.
Turns 8.
Big 8-year-old.
Big 8-year-old.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Some.
I know. Wow. Sorry, I just straightened up. He's getting really big now because he's now completely lost both teeth.
Yes, thank you.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Didn't he look a lot better?
Yeah. He had like this one tooth that was like...
It was sticking out because here his adult tooth, his baby tooth, literally was sticking out like this.
It was creepy.
And he'd smile and you go like this and the only thing you could see is that little tooth sticking out.
Snaggle tooth.
He had a horrible... it was a bad, month of just losing 4 teeth. It just didn't
But I'm glad it happened. I'm going to give a shout out 319 members on the Ravelry group as of this morning.
Yay! Come on, guys. Join the group. We know you're out there.
We need viewers so that we can win the Podcasters Challenge.
Come on.
Because Knit 1 Heart 2 rules. We rule. All right. Do a little trash talking at the beginning.
It's August. Get along. This is how much I'll let you know. I'm gonna vent a little bit how much of an angel I am.
Yeah.
I worked an hour overtime yesterday, and I worked last night, which means I worked this morning too. So that's 2 days in a row because someone didn't show up, and I just felt too bad for my boss to leave. But that I am now gonna become the devil because
you need to have this at work.
She
needs to be work, Sheila.
I don't slam my work at all, and I'm sorry, but my boss just kept telling me I'm on my way. I found out she didn't leave until 20 minutes. She didn't arrive until 20 minutes after I left, so that was an hour and 20 minutes. I was waiting for her.
You know, there's being nice and helpful, and there's being so nice that people take advantage of you.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. She knows I won't leave.
Sheila crosses the line into that territory at work.
Yeah, she knows I won't leave, but I'm not going to be... I've been dealing with this for far too long. I'm not going to deal with it again this year, and, I can't.
No, it's not fair to you.
Well, Cam can't afford to lose his job.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean, my husband may lose his job anyways.
He's going
to be outsourced.
Get outsourced, yeah.
But I don't want them to give him reason to fire him.
Yeah, on top of...
12-week severance would be good, so... Anyways, that's my little vent. Sorry.
Her vent for the day. I know you have some shout-outs.
3 minutes in and we're not even talking about knitting. Yes, shout-outs to Spark People. Wheezy72377 and Miss Knittin have joined my Spark People friends.
And if anybody has joined mine, I can't see you.
I can't, again, the only reason I know that they've joined...
Oh, because you get the emails.
I get the emails. Otherwise, when I go, I have to look up their profile, which I do. And half the time I'm like, how do I find it? Yeah. For some reason, the way that Spark People does it is
when I look on my friends page, for some reason, I only see a few people, and I know other people have joined me, and then like a few weeks later, I can see them. So maybe it's just really slow, and I have shut off the emails to my email account, or they might be getting sent to my
spam.
My spam account. Well, not my spam account. I have another email account, like an anonymous email account that I use to sign up for places that require to send mail so that I don't have to look at it.
Do I do that? No.
I hardly ever look at that email because it's just notifications and stuff like that go there. It's the one I set up for my Facebook. I have an anonymous Facebook account that I never use.
Well, you did when it was.
I did, but then it was... Okay, why don't we just...
Random...
Random.
Going here
My
and
Smart People announcement is that I am wearing size 12 pants today.
Yeah.
Size 12 pants. Size 12 pants. Oh, it looks really size 22 butt on the screen, but size 12 pants. 22 to a 12.
Good for you.
Yeah. So that's my big news.
It's about halfway down because there really is no size 11.
No, that's true.
So I also have some big thank yous to shout out to. Tosh Balaz,
Tosh Balaz,
also known as Tosh, sent me the Stripe Study Shawl on Ravelry. Thank you very much. I might do it in Worcester. We were talking about that. We'll see. That was one of the ones I was looking at for my Cascade Eco Wool.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been nice.
Pretty.
And then, you want to help me with that one?
Xantippe.
Thank you. Xantippe, and that is her name on Ravelry, and when you look in her profile, Xantippe is her name.
Wow.
Sent me the Liesel kerchief.
Pretty.
So thank you again. I appreciate that so much, ladies. And
that's
thanks.
super nice.
That was really nice. And that's all I have for right now.
All right. So finally, 6 minutes in, we are reaching the knitting portion of our show with On the Dance card.
You want to go? You want me to go?
I'll go. I only have one thing on the dance card, so I am still working on my Rhinebeck sweater, Gawain, by Allison Greenwell, which is $7 on Ravelry. I'm doing it in Dream and Color Classy in the Dusky Aurora colorway. Where's the cable? I don't know. It's such a bad...
Ooh.
It's a bad yarn for this, but if I do that, you can kind of see the...
No,
I got the sun shining on it
Yeah.
a little bit from this side. Let's see.
There's nothing I can do.
There you go. You can see the cable a little bit. It's really beautiful. I am done with the giant pear-shaped hip increases. Decreases, and I am now in the body, which is a size medium, so you can see it's kind of a dramatic increase there, but life goes on. It'll be very triangular.
Yeah, but you probably won't even notice it.
No, probably not on my body.
So how long do you go for this now?
I do this for, I can't remember, probably about this much more, and then I start increasing for the bust. So, yeah.
Along good.
Yeah, I like it. It's coming out on great. I haven't given it much love because I worked really hard to finish the other project that I had on the needles. And I am using a faux seam on the side. You can, let me see if I can get the light to shine on it. It's just a, there we go.
I was just going to say it doesn't help that your string's
It's just
in the
a
way.
pearl stitch. It looks like there's a seam.
Yeah.
It just makes the decreases and the increases on the seed stitch look neater because there's a center stitch to do them against that always stays the same, so that the seed stitch pattern stays the same. When I was doing it the other way, it looked really, really bad. I was very unhappy with it. So yeah, I'm enjoying this, and hopefully this week it'll get more love because I won't be able to cast on, for the Podcasters Challenge until
After we record next week.
After next week. So this is going to be my only project all week, and hopefully when you see it on next week's show, it will have a lot of progress.
Yeah, and then next week.
And I'm keeping it in my new bag.
Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud.
I'm keeping it in my new bag from Good to Be Girl.
Yep, which was linked in the show notes.
Yep.
So for me, I got two things on the needles, or on the dance card. My big thing, which I would have been done today, but I had to rip out because I didn't like how it was coming out. I shouldn't say I didn't like how it was coming out. Where I modified it, I was decreasing it, I think, too quickly, where I don't think you would have had the length from here to here in the armpit.
Right.
And it would have looked funny. So I decreased a little bit slower.
What are you doing, every other row?
I did like every couple of rows, every like third row. Now I'm decreasing every row because it's definitely going to be wide enough for her.
Yeah. It's coming out cute.
So as you can see, I joined the sleeves. And I didn't know how to join them in the round. Meaning let me rephrase that. I know how to do sleeves in the round. I didn't know how I would join them to the sweater in the round. So I just didn't want to deal with that. For the amount of seaming. So I can't see what I'm showing you here. All right. So this is the pattern going up the sleeve. And for the, what's it called? What are these shoulders called? Raglan?
The raglan.
I'm sorry.
The raglan decreases.
See, tells you how much I do for sweaters. But knitting on this, I can so totally do myself a cardigan, and I will at some point.
You
but,
totally should.
You know, it will probably be out of inexpensive wool.
I've known Sheila now for 4
years?
4 years? 3 or 4? 4?
4 years, I think.
4 years. And she's been saying ever since I met her she was going to do it.
I will. But it all comes down to the money to afford a sweater's worth of yarn.
As I pointed out, I do have a sweater's worth of vintage wool in my stash.
But you just pointed that out.
Yeah, today. I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
So, this is the back. It's, rather plain, but I'm really enjoying this, and I have enough yarn. I think I should have enough yarn. This is how much I have left on this ball. And I have one more big ball, like this big.
I think you'll have enough to do it. Yeah.
A hat. I'm going to do a hat that is of my own design. I did it one for our friend Tara.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Write it up.
Well, we'll see.
Write it up.
But
I'll write it up.
My friend says her little girl doesn't keep hats on, so I'm like, I have a hat that will
keep on.
remedy that. My other, wrong bag. My other on the needles is the cause hat in my little yarner for bag.
I love that bag. It's so cute. I forgot my pattern for my sweater, so I can't knit while I'm here.
So I did some work on this, and I worked on it again this morning, and I'm almost done with the chart. And I love it.
It's coming out awesome.
The colors just pop, and if you're going to do an awareness ribbon hat, you really do need to do it on an offset of like white. And,
or make it on black. Or neutral.
In neutral, because I think black, depending on what color, like
well,
if it was a pink
a red or a pink,
or red, yeah,
really
it would depend. Now I'm keeping this on my stitch hoodie because it's really on the needles, and I don't want to drop any stitches, especially when you're doing color work.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So this is the cause. Oh, I'm sorry. The sweater was Meili by Nikki Vanderkar, worsted weight mystery, US 7, 4.5. I'm almost done. I will definitely be done next week. Unless I run into problems, which I hope not to. So this is the cause hat by Kyle Kaneki. Kyle actually PM'd me in Ravelry.
PM Kyle back and ask him to
he didn't
write
say
phonetically how to spell his last name.
He didn't say we were mispronouncing it wrong.
Kaneki.
So Kyle, this is what I've got.
You need to phonetically know how to pronounce your name.
It's a lovely pattern. It's so nice. This is what I have so far, and I love it. Now
It's
I got like
so
4
cute.
more rows of the ribbon here, and then I join the ribbon, and then I do 1 more of this, and then I decrease it. So he gave me some pointers on how to do color work, and I'm going to show you my floats.
Look how nice the floats are.
The floats on the bottom aren't so nice because I did do some twisting and until I realized I'm not supposed to, and then Kyle reiterated that fact. And I will have to say there is one that I broke the golden rule. It's past 5 stitches. That's okay. So those are my floats. It's a hat. It's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. It's not like hands are going to get caught into them when you're putting a sweater on.
Kind of tried it on because it's kind of hard to try on a hat. But I've been stretching it, and the way I think I got it where, look, that's stretched. That's stretched. It's going to look good. So,
you got your floats.
I love Cascade 220.
Yeah, I do too. You got your floats very nicely tensioned. That's going to be gorgeous.
This is all I have of the off-white, but I have more in my stash. And I could
have
make
some
like
in my stash too.
2 or 3 more hats with the green.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe
Awesome.
Maybe I'll do mittens.
That would be cute. I have a great plain mitten pattern with a grid where you can design the...
yeah, I got that too. The Norwegian.
Yeah.
Yep, it's on Ravelry, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. And I designed rabbit mittens that are super cute that I need to write up.
That's what I have on my needles.
Awesome.
So that was on US 7. Cascade 220, that's 4.5 millimeters, off white and green. Kyle, I hope I do the hat proud.
She will. It looks gorgeous.
I love the hat, and
I know someone on our group is knitting the hat too.
Yes, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. I'm bad with that. I don't write things down.
Is it Mandy?
Miss Mandy?
Maybe.
But she was doing it for her mom who was diagnosed with
can't remember
something.
now.
It was we were talking about this too, awareness ribbons and the colors. There's a couple of websites that tell you what colors they are. She looked up and she found that lavender was a general color for Cancer, which I find odd because Livestrong
Is yellow. Maybe that's for, didn't he have like
Lance,
testicular cancer?
well, no, Lance Armstrong was just cancer in general, I thought, because when Zachary was going through his treatments, they had the yellow bracelets everywhere at the Jimmy Fund Clinic.
I know
but I
red
think
is,
yellow is also for pediatric cancer.
I know red is for AIDS, but it's also for heart issues.
Yep. And I know green is also, it's for organ donation, but it's also for other, it's like 4 or 5 different things like food and famine and a whole bunch of other stuff. Excuse me a moment. Zachary, knock it off.
I can see this head popping up over the room
Right now
divider.
I see his feet.
Kids,
Matt,
quiet.
Zach, sorry. Sorry, next. Yeah. So that's all I have on the dance card.
All right, so let's go to Rate Your Date. I have a Rate Your Date project, To Eyre, designed by Carol Sunday.
Looks pretty. I love the colors.
Finished. I do too.
No, that is not blocked,
This is unblocked.
which is still a decent size.
I made it a lot bigger than the pattern. It's going to get wider because it's sideways.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's my mom is smaller than me, smaller framed than me because she's only like 5 feet tall. So
Pretty.
it'll cross much for. I'm gonna give her a nice special pin for it. No, she knows this.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, Mom, you know this. We've talked about it.
Hi, Mom.
But this was so. I'm gonna make one of these again. I think this was super fun. It was really easy to memorize the pattern to the point where I just needed. There are basically 3 sections. There's the front section, the shoulder section, and the back. And once you know what you're doing in that section, you don't have to look at the pattern.
Oh, good.
And it knit up really fast. I haven't been working much on my knitting because I've been like pinning things on Pinterest. I'm like addicted to it right now. And I've been getting the kids ready for school and we went on vacation. And still, it only took me a couple of weeks to knit this up in my spare time.
Can I try it on?
Yeah, isn't it pretty?
I like the shoulder shaping.
Yeah, it'll stay on.
Oh, yeah.
It curves over and it just stays on.
I know one of the shoulders wasn't lined up.
There you go. Isn't that pretty?
This would be a great gift for a teacher. I'm always
It would be
about
a
the
great
gifts
teacher
because
gift.
this would stay on. She wouldn't have to. I mean, unless she was jumping around, but
it curves
could
over
stay
the
right
shoulder.
here and just.
Yeah, and it would be a great shawl if you donate. My mom does shawls for nursing homes sometimes. This would be a great nursing home shawl pattern because it's just knitting. It's garter stitch, so you knit on both sides, and all you do is short rows. It's really easy.
Great football knitting.
Great football. It's great any kind of watching TV knitting. I did mine in Arcanian Nature Wool, colorway number 22, or as I like to call it, red. And
No,
I
that's
used,
not red. That's black. Sorry.
red. And I used size 7 US needles, which is 4.5 millimeters. And I want to let you know that the modification that I did, the back, when I did it, was only this wide. I increased the back to be, let me see.
That's one shoulder shaping. That's another. So
I increased it about 3 times. I did read on the pattern notes that people said that they that they needed more back room. And I did the front, I did the shoulder shaping, and then I just kind of knit it until it looked good. And I think, it's pretty good. Like it'll be.
I think my thing is really a shawl can't be too big.
No, and you
It
don't want
definitely
it to
be too small.
Yeah.
But it can't be too big.
And I'll bring it back in next week when I've blocked it. But it's got a pretty big span. You can see. It's big. Ta-da. It's big.
That is big.
I love it. And it will be a little wider this way.
Not by much.
Not by much. It'll be a little bit longer this way when I block it out. So it'll come down to about here, I think, which is good. It's a good length shawl. My mother lives in a warmer clime, so she doesn't need like a heavy duty. No,
That's true too.
I can't do it right because I'm looking in reverse. There we go. So this will be perfect for her. And I highly recommend that knit for anyone who wants to make a shawl, and I'm definitely going to make another one for myself at some point when I don't have a million other things to knit. So 2 thumbs up on the Carol Sunday shawl. Also, as I mentioned in the first episode, there are 2 other versions of it in the pattern. There's a longer one, and there's a scarflet.
No, no. Sorry.
He just kept coming.
Also, for people who don't have the money or can't spend the money, there are a lot of shawls that are free out there. Maura, M-A-U-R-A, is one I think that's free.
If you look in my queue, towards the end of my queue, and just go to the last page, because I have like 800 projects in my queue. Go to the last page. I've queued several free patterns that are like this.
There's one also called Jane's Moore, something Sister Janet or something like that.
There's several, and a lot of them are in my queue. I picked Carol Sunday's pattern because I felt that it looked the closest to the one in the movie that my mother really fell in love with. The other ones are similar, though. They have a ruffled bottom, and they lay the same way. And, you know, if you didn't want to put the extra money into paying, the pattern is a $5 pattern. If you don't have that money lying around, you know, and people don't, search on Jane Eyre or search on shawl and ruffles, and you will bring them up, or go to my queue and you'll see a bunch of them.
I might have queued a few too, but I'm not sure. Sorry, the obligatory phone call.
Yeah.
It was actually the mechanic.
Jill's car's in the shop again.
Which, of course, they didn't hear the phone call, but that's okay. We had a phone call.
Yeah.
So my finished object is the Flutterby by Shannon Robellino, Serendipitous You fingering yarn, and the tulip colorway. That's the swing. 1.5 US and 2.25 millimeters toe up. David's cookbook sock toe up. I really like it. It came out good. Stripes don't match. I'm okay with that. They fit good, and the ends will be woven in because it's almost sock wearing time.
Yeah. It was actually so cold yesterday that I almost put a sweater on. I was sitting out by my friend's pool with my kids, and we were like, we should go get sweaters. It's kind of cold.
I have my polo fleece that I've been wearing.
It's been like in the 70s.
If my feet are cold, I'm cold. And the other day, I think I wore my wool socks yesterday too, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
So kids are outside now, and the windows are open, so you may hear them. I apologize.
Yeah.
So that's the only rating date I have. I'm sorry. I can't think of the name.
And so we move on to future dates.
Future dates.
Which will be, for me, the podcaster challenge, and also for Sheila.
Yeah, the podcaster's challenge. We might as well do the
yarn
now.
thing.
So I'm glad that I'm almost done with my my projects, because I have a feeling this one's going to take me Hi, Wendy's going to have a lot of editing to do in this episode.
I am. This is epic. 2 phone calls in 1 episode.
And the kids. And you guys just missed the catering truck.
Fortunately, I have now shut the windows, so the swing and screaming noise from the children should be slightly lower from this point onward.
So back to what our future dates are. We're both going to be working on the Podcasters Challenge. We're not going to be able to cast on until after our episode next week.
That's right.
But we can share the pattern with you next week, and I'm assuming we can also share any swatches.
Swatches, yeah.
Because I have to swatch for mine.
She has to swatch for hers. I'm lazy. I'm not going to swatch.
Well, I think I just wanted, because I'm planning modifications already.
Yeah,
I am planning
modifications as well, but they're not the same intensity as Sheila's.
I only have 2 choices of yarn, so I'm gonna jump in right now.
Yeah, I have a lot of choices.
So my project is worsted weight, and it actually calls for Dream in Color Classy. I always get the smushy and the classy mixed up. So I have a color, Blue Lagoon. It's really pretty. It's a greenish blue. Or Go-Go Grassy, which Wendy has kindly donated towards me. Why do I need to go shopping when I have Wendy and my friend Lara?
I have a sweater made out of this that is so big on me, I'm going to have to rip it back. So I figure I have enough yardage in the giant sweater to make a smaller sweater, and I'll never use that extra skein. So it's not, it's not my favorite color. So
Yeah, no.
And I'm
So,
like, that's better. Somebody should knit it than the moths eat it in my attic.
I need to know, well, I don't need to know what color you guys choose, but I'll probably swatch in the blue just because it's already unwound. Because it used to be a Cool House hat. See?
A Jared Flood pattern. Another Jared Flood pattern that I had trouble with.
This is like 3 years old, and you get to see me finish ripping it out.
So I will do polls, unless you want to do your own poll. Do you know how to do that?
No, but mine's just 2. They just tell me blue or green.
Just tell her pick one.
Blue or green.
I am gonna have to do a poll for mine.
Yeah, that's why I went first. She's got.
So my pattern is supposed to be knit in DK weight. I don't have a lot of DK weight, and Mama don't knit DK that often. So.
Plus their socks.
So I am changing my first modification to the pattern of several planned modifications, which I have okayed with Lois.
Yes, I've also okayed my swatching per Lois. So.
And I'm going to put it in a bulkier yarn. I'm thinking I'm going to go somewhere from worsted to bulky, and I'm going to leave that choice up to you. And I have a couple of different options. The first option, I know, I went through my stash. I have some vintage heavyweight yarn.
Is that the actual name of it, vintage?
It's Reynolds Candide,
oh, okay.
and it's heavyweight. And this yarn is probably 20 to 25 years old.
Oh, wow. Vintage meaning?
Vintage meaning 20 to 25 years old. Not quite antique. This is from my mom's stash. It's in a really pretty forest green color.
I like that color.
And it's tweeded. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can I can't really get it in the light.
Yeah, we're sorry.
The lighting is crummy.
We'll work better on the lighting, we promise.
And so I have this Candide weight. I also have it in the traditional off-white. Which is nice. I have plenty of this. Again, this is Reynolds Candide heavyweight. And the third option is some handmade, Maine-made hand spun.
Okay.
In a tweeded blue color.
That's
I
pretty.
think it was called Maine Blueberries at one time. The lady that dyed this yarn and made it is no longer in business, and I don't know, she might be dead. I don't know. It was a long time ago. This yarn is probably at least 25 years old. It's probably older than that. So vintage, the option is going to be vintage yarn in green, white, or blue. Or we have the Malabrigo category. I have some beautiful Malabrigo Rios superwash.
I don't think I've ever seen Rios.
Yeah, I made this. I made a baby sweater for my niece. Do you remember that little in the leaf hat?
Oh yeah.
I made it out of this. I have it in. This is the lettuce colorway.
I like it.
Or you can pick.
Ooh.
What is this one called? Black Forest.
This is just the plain Malabrigo.
Yeah, plain Malabrigo. Verde Adriana. So a gray or a green. I have that in my stash. So there'll be the Malabrigo option, the Rios, the green Malabrigo.
Now I can see why you need a pole.
I know. And the last option is to do it in a bulky weight. This is the heaviest weight of all. This is still left over from that poncho that I made.
Poncho that I've been thinking of making. But
it's called the
Colorful
Overlay, and I bought 20 skeins of this, and I have a bunch left in my stash. It's Cascade 109 limited edition, which they no longer make. It's discontinued. I love this yarn. So that would be bulky. That would make it super big because, I'm moving it up from a DK to a bulky. So I just thought that would be a fun experiment. So I'll be giving you the poll with multiple options. Even if you don't post and you're just lurking on the group, go into the poll and click one off. So it doesn't matter if only 3 people vote. I'm taking whatever thing got voted for the most. I'm totally letting you guys decide.
I'm going to vote, but I'm not telling her what I'm voting for.
I know which one that I would really like to do it in, but I'm going to let you guys decide because I think that will make it even more fun. It'll be kind of like a surprise. And if you can't get to the group, it's on a link that's on this side of the screen. I got it right the first time. I'm really proud of myself. It's right over there on our website. You can also leave a comment if you want on the blog. I will totally look at the comments too before I decide. You need to get that
I get an email notification on them.
Oh yeah, you need to get that. I do too. I have it set up for that. I do get those in my actual email.
I keep interrupting you.
I know. So say hello to my needle end.
Oh, wrong one.
That was me standing on the dead bodies of the other people.
They weren't dead.
Sorry, dead. They're not dead. They're
crushed,
sad,
and defeated.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll put the poll up there for you, and I need you to get the vote on the poll or leave a comment about it before midnight on next Tuesday, which is the 30th.
So that when we're done with
midnight Eastern Standard Time, or
when
whatever.
we're done with our podcast, we can start casting.
Yeah, because I will announce what yarn you guys picked for me next week.
That, yeah.
And then after we post that, I will be able to cast on. So check the thread for the polls on this. And I will also put a picture of each yarn for you next to in the poll somewhere so you can remember what it was.
So
that's it.
I have another future date. I have a couple of them, but I have a couple of things I got to do. I joined a swap. Bad me. I can't help it. It's the Rebecca Dangers monster
She has
swaps.
had so much fun with these monster swaps that it's ridiculous.
So I just don't know what monster I'm going to do. I did have one partner, but the moderator asked if I could change because she made a mess up. So I'm going to be shipping to Canada. It has to be done by October. It has to be in Canada October 15th, so it probably has to be done by the first week of October. But if anyone's ever knitted these, they go super quick. So I just
I knit one out of this, actually, out of bulky. Remember that one?
It was
that
purple.
really big one. No, it was this. It was white and
the bunny?
blue. It was the square one that was white
and blue. The one with the baby.
Yeah, the one with the baby in the pocket.
It's
I can't
not
remember
in here.
what it's called. It's one of the ones.
Dahlia?
Yeah.
Delilah and Lydia. Lydia and Delilah, I think.
I think so.
So anyways, I was thinking I have some, the person I'm knitting for, anyways, I don't think she watches. So the person I'm knitting for
did not sleep last night, FYI. She is
2 nights in a
recording
row.
that. She is recording this after coming off her overnight job.
So I'm
just want to let you know that. That's why we're kind of off today.
2 nights in a row. I don't normally do that. Anyways, the theme of this swap is called What Goes Bump in the Night. You can either do something cute, something Halloween related. So hopefully my partner is not going to watch this. But if she does, she's getting spoiled. So I'm going to do a monster, and then I'm going to try and do like a white little round blanket for a ghost.
Oh, that'll be cute.
So I was going to do a little girly monster, but her favorite colors are red and purple. I could still do it. I don't know. We'll see. So that's going to be my future at some point, along with the Shetland shawl and the socks for the man socks.
Oh, yeah. Good.
But, so I could probably cast on one of those this week because I can't cast on the other thing. So I'll probably cast on the Shetland shawl because Wendy brought the...
I did. I remember the book. And I couldn't find it. It took me like 20 minutes to find it because it was on my crazy, messy craft room desk.
This is the shawl I did for my friend.
This is a nice book. I've knit a shawl out of this. Sheila's knit a shawl out of this book.
And
And
I'm
now
going to knit
she's
another
going to
one.
knit the other shawl. I'll bring it in next week. It's the one my cat licked.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
gotta.
bad.
I was going to... here's the shawl. I was going to buy this book because on Amazon it's like $2.91 plus $3.99 shipping. Like $5 for a book.
I know. I got this actually at the Hurt book sale from Interwave for cheap.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, yeah, I actually, when I finish these, I think that's what I'll probably cast on.
That's good. That's a nice relaxing knit, too, because it's really easy to remember the lace.
Chunky.
And it's really easy to remember the pattern, so you won't have to look at it anymore after you get going.
So I think that's all.
So that'll be fun.
Dates.
We'll deal with that. I don't have any other planned future dates because my only date right now is Podcasters Challenge and getting my Rhinebeck sweater done by October 15th, which I'm starting to kind of get nervous about.
Oh, and the hat for the sweater is also. No, you'll be fine.
I know. I'm just nervous about it. I got a motor.
Great date, future date. Okay.
Crushes and heartbreaks. I'm going to start out with my little heartbreak. I don't know if you remember before I went to Germany, my heartbreak was that I lost my sunglasses that clip onto this. Well, this weekend in North Conway, New Hampshire, I lost them again. And they're $70 a pair. My husband is not happy with me.
Now, is that 2 pairs now?
That's 2 pairs I've lost. So
but I thought you found the other pair.
No, I bought another pair. So now I'm going to be spending, so I've spent, this will be $210 I've spent on glasses. My husband told me I should just go on Zenzi Optical and buy a pair with my prescription because it'd be harder to lose them.
Yeah.
But it's
inconvenient.
It's inconvenient. So yeah, my husband's not happy with me. That's my heartbreak.
We're going into, this is the last week for the Lynn Zim Denver Oyster Ride. Hopefully we can get this up before we actually have the deadline for the cutoff, which is either tomorrow the 25th or Friday the 26th, but I want to say it's the 25th. So go to her website, knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com. If you donate at least $5, you get the My Wish shawl by Laura Linneman. If you donate $10 or any increments of $10, you get your name entered in for a slew of prizes, which include a Wool-My skein of Aquarius donated by me.
And a pattern of $10 or less, your choice from Ravelry from me. And we will announce who won that. I mean, it's going to be
our prizes
thing, but we'll announce who won our prizes.
And I'll definitely
in a
link
future episode.
And I'll definitely link to the prize announcements that she does. So I'm excited for it.
Sheila's in for some prizes.
Aren't
you?
Well, just like a few entries, not a lot. So yeah, that's it for the future for Crushes and Heartbreaks. So, the Denver Oyster Ride is, if you guys don't remember, and you know what? I don't think we introduced ourselves again.
Man.
Sheila D37.
Sorry. I'll put it a little runner on the bottom. What's wrong? We are off this week.
We are off today. It's from Make-A-Wish. Zachary got a wish granted 4 years ago. And they're playing on it right now. That's the noise you hear. And we scrubbed that sucker out this week because it needed it. So
my daughter was
a great
afraid to go in there because of the spiders.
No, it was Jack.
Lily too.
Well, there are no spiders in there. There is nothing in there. So Make-A-Wish is a great cause. It's for chronic conditions, long-term and terminal.
Life-threatening.
But mostly chronic, so as you can see, he's not terminal.
Thank goodness.
Yes, very much.
And so it's really close to our hearts, and we're really promoting that. And Lynn's doing such an awesome job.
Yeah, they've already been.
They've earned enough to
make
grant one wish, which is totally awesome. Yeah. And
who knows? By the end of this, it might be a wish and a half.
That'd be awesome.
That would be good.
That's really wonderful.
So
kudos to Lynn for doing this.
That's all for my crushes and heartbreaks.
Me too. Baubles and bling.
I got some. So I want to show off one little thing.
Sheila has baubles and bling.
This is a basket, and I love it. I'm using it as a knitting basket.
It's got like a web
canvas.
My
brother got it at some point. He doesn't remember when. He had it at a yard sale a little while ago, and I grabbed it. So this is my basket. And I also have something that I didn't purchase, but I made.
You made something.
I made something. It's for our friend Wendy. Say hello to my needle end.
I love it.
And Knit 1, Heart 2 Rules. Now, the Knit 1, Heart 2 Rules didn't come out very well because I did it in red ink and this in black. And this was also a heartbreak because it's an iron-on that I purchased. Not the thing, but I purchased the printer iron-on.
Right.
So when I was ironing the back to this, it wasn't separated from this. And it melted onto my pillowcase, which is fine. So this is permanent ink, and at some point we will get fabric ink to make it.
Oh my God.
Hope it's not too big.
I think it'll fit.
So
What is it?
cotton.
A large. That'll fit me. That's
So
the
say
size I
hello
wear.
to my needle end.
I will probably be wearing this during the Podcasters Challenge.
Just so you know, I had to retrace, that was what this was. I had to retrace it in reverse so that I could get it done because my printer doesn't print reverse.
This is so awesome. I love it.
And I'm going to make myself one.
Yes, you should.
But I just wanted to get this done for you.
And you know what I'm going to do? Because I was going to say this, because I almost did this this weekend, yes. But I went away and I was busy. I am going to make one, and for one lucky winner who joins a knit-along on our podcast of our Podcaster Challenge thing, because we're going to do a knit-along.
We'll separate threads? No, we don't have to do separate
No, we'll
threads.
just do one big knit-along thread. For some lucky person who joins in the knit-along and posts a photograph, it can be a progress photograph or whatever, but you gotta, in order to be in the thread, you gotta put a photograph. It'll be a picture thread. You will win the Podcaster Challenge. Say hello to my needle end or no, we should do it of this.
Well, you pick. You let us know.
You can pick which
whether you want this or maybe as much of a character as we can make of you.
You can pick two, one for the front and one for the back. And then there's, of course, the Knit One Heart Two rules, which is here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, I will be wearing it. I will personally make you the prize t-shirt. And we'll see. Maybe I'll even design something special.
Don't go anywhere that you
don't go there. So yeah, that was thank you. I love it.
That was my baubles and bling.
That's my baubles and bling.
Hey,
I have an awesome t-shirt. In your face, other podcasters. Now bring it! I'm on!
That's all I have for that.
Gossip and innuendo.
Well, gossip and innuendo, my test knit hat, or my preemie hat, has been sent out to test knitters. Suzette has finished hers with a fabulous suggestion, which personally absolutely makes sense. Melissa Meliabella of His and Hers is test knitting it for me. Kimberly Sock Bunny is test knitting it for me. Suzette is Jack's grandma on Ravelry, and Missy, which is Spinatic, is test knitting it for me.
Cool.
So so far so good, and I will get it out. I promise. We haven't forgotten about it. It will be a free pattern, and hopefully within a week or two.
And I forgot to do this in the Podcasters Challenge episode, but I made some handmade stitch markers for Lois to give away. Throw in one of her prizes or her gift bags or whatever. These are the pink ice, and those will fit on a size 10 and smaller needle. And these, I blended them all together, but I'll just show you one. Oh, I'll try to do it this way. These are the evil eye markers. These symbols ward off the evil eye. I thought it could help you make the knitting gods be kinder on your projects. And I'm going to give Sheila a set of these because I know she likes them. And I'm going to buy some more and make them for myself because they're super cute.
They are cute.
And then
who can't use somebody to help you to
I know, I need to ward off the evil. And then these are the coffee bean ones. They're kind of hard to see. Each one has a little coffee bean. There's 4 of them. So a few sets of these. I am sending them out to Lois this week. I'm going to let Sheila pick which colors of these eyes she wants. I got these eyes at Michael's, and I think they are so freaking awesome. I was like, I just think they're awesome.
They're cute.
So you can pick out the ones that you want from there.
Thank you.
But anyway, I meant to show them last week, but I forgot to throw them in my bag. So they're this week. Bless you. What the heck? This is like the craziness week.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think on that end, we should probably call it quits.
Well, I just wanted to mention I haven't put up the festival thread, the meetup thread, but I'm going to do that. Last week was just, we were so off last week with the Friday recording, and I went away for the weekend. Everything is all crazy.
We're actually recording, 2 days earlier than we did last week. So.
It's amazing that we have to finish the show.
It tells you how much I've been working.
But yeah, that's
and I did link we are taking the Webb's bus to Rhinebeck. I did link the actual site to the tickets. And as of 8 o'clock yesterday, there were 44 tickets left.
yes.
And when we signed up, it was 50 plus.
Yes.
So,
They do at least, last year anyway, they did at least 2 buses.
which is probably about 80, maybe.
Yeah.
Give or
So, there's still plenty of time to do it.
take. And if you do, let us know
yeah.
that you're taking the Webb's bus.
Yeah, we'll meet up at Webb's and we can try to go on the same bus.
We'd say, hey, Melissa, come and join us, but you're already going to be out there.
Yeah. And one thing I want to say about the Webb's bus, if you live in the area, it's a really convenient way to go because you can more easily find a hotel room near Northampton, Massachusetts during that weekend than you can in Rhinebeck. And somebody else does the driving. It's a lot of fun. They do trivia and contests on the bus on the way up. They had a little snack last year on the bus. I think it was a snack. And on the way home, you're burned out from being out in the cold all day and looking at all the gorgeous stuff, and you're tired, and you can just kick back and take a nap. Yeah. And they drop you back off at Webb's. And the only thing to know is they haven't in the past opened the Webb's store on Saturday, so you can't really do any shopping at Webb's, which is why it's important to go over on Friday and shop at the store before they close. And I always do, even though I'm going to a festival where I'm going to spend money. So it is what it is.
So yeah, that is it.
That's it.
Again, we're Sheila D on 37.
You know what? I'm going to make us, at the end of this, we're going to record us introducing ourselves, and I'm going to edit it in. So yes, you're Sheila.
Sheila D37 on Ravelry and Spark People.
And I'm Penny Wenny on Ravelry, Penny Wenny 2 on Spark People.
Knit1Heart2 on Twitter.
And I'm Knit1 Wendy on Twitter, also on Pinterest, where I also show up as Wendy from ... because I think I wrote down that I was Wendy from Boston.
Oh. We are on Plurk as Knit1Heart2. We share the account. If you're watching through iTunes, that didn't sound right. iTunes. Show notes will be at our blog at knit1heart2.blogspot.com. If you could leave a review or a star rating for us, that would be great.
Or any podcast that you listen to, because it helps. My goal is to bring all of the knitting podcasters to the top of the favorites list.
And bring woodworking down.
Yeah, woodworking. Dude, who are all these woodworkers? I don't get it.
And if you want to reach us, our email is knit1heart2@gmail.com.
That's right. And I hope everyone has a great week as your kids start going back to school.
Which someone's creeping up, so.
Knit with heart.
Knit with heart. Have a good week. Thanks for watching.
Okay.